Hey everyone, so I've been playing around with my DJI new toys, the Osmo Mobile and the drone, and I guess, as is bound to happen when you play with things a lot, I managed to break them. So the other weekend I managed to get myself onto Qantas's new 787 Dreamliner. As you know, I'm a bit of an av geek, and so I'd booked myself on a flight from Melbourne to Sydney, and I decided to take the Osmo Mobile out and give that a whirl. And for the most part it did fairly good until the final landing. I left it on the side table, which you have in business class, and of course once the plane came to a stop, this came sliding off said table, and I didn't realize at first why it was acting up a bit. But it would seem that I have managed to break this rear arm here. Now, I think I have used some tape in the past, but it just looks like maybe some glue or something may fix that. I think I've been a little bit more fortunate than some. I've seen some posts where the actual arm itself has actually snapped, the aluminium has actually snapped, so perhaps I'm lucky. But either way, it's a bit unfortunate for a very pricey item. So anyways, hopefully I can get this fixed. And it didn't end there. On the recent weekend I went back out to shoot some stuff with the drone. I hadn't flown in a while, and there was a few extra shots that I wanted to get for a video I was working on. And quite persistently I ended up having 3 crashes, and each one slightly worse than the one before. And the other annoying part is that none of them recorded the crash footage itself, so I don't even have the videos to show you like I did my first crash. The drone itself is still reasonably okay, it still flies, the camera still works, but the damage has come in the form of possibly some sort of stress with the impact of its last crash. It fell from a fair height, so I don't know if you can see in this shot, maybe in this one, that this arm here is no longer vertical, and that assists with keeping the camera straight. So of course with that arm not being straight, the camera doesn't sit straight either. There's a few little minor cosmetic issues as well. The actual drone shell kind of popped from the impact. I think that can quite easily be repaired, but this is where the problem will lie. It's also interesting that on the 2 bigger impacts I had, the battery pack basically just ejects itself out of the drone. I don't know if that's a safety feature, but anyway, yes. So I was persistent, I had fun, I did get the footage I wanted, but the drone has sort of paid for my recklessness, I suppose, inexperience. I don't think I was doing anything deliberately stupid, but yes, lesson learned, I think. So there's a place I'm going to take these to that comes sort of recommended from a friend of mine, and I'm going to see if they can repair it. I have seen online that it is possible to buy a replacement arm and do it yourself. I just don't have that much confidence dealing with something so fiddly and quite technical. So she still flies, but that's only half of it. I do want her to be able to film quite well too, so hopefully she'll be back together and up again in no time. Particularly this time of year, there's some really, being spring, so the jacarandas are starting to blossom, and there's some nice places around which would make for some really good footage. So I'm hoping she's not out of action for too long, and we'll be back up there soon. Anyway, so this is mostly a vlog about my mistakes, my recent mistakes, costly perhaps, and yeah, so hopefully all of these will be fixed again and I'll be up and about in no time. I hope you enjoyed the recent vlog, which I finally got to put together, of Milton's visit to the pet festival. We had a lot of fun with that, so go check that out, and yeah, stay subscribed, put in a comment or whatever you want to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.